Hello everyone, in this current events episode, we will explore the history and rising tensions between China and Taiwan. The conflict between China and Taiwan is rooted in the aftermath of the Chinese Civil War, which ended in 1949. The Communist Party of China, CPC, led by Mao Zedong, defeated the Nationalist Party of China, KMT, led by Chiang Kai-shek. The KMT retreated to Taiwan and established the Republic of China, ROC, government, which claimed to be the legitimate government of all of China. However, the CPC established the People's Republic of China, PRC, on the mainland, which is recognized by most countries today. Since then, the relationship between China and Taiwan has been complex and contentious. China sees Taiwan as a renegade province that must eventually be reunited with the mainland, while Taiwan maintains that it is an independent sovereign state. In China, the Communist Party has been cracking down on dissent and tightening its control over all aspects of society. This has raised concerns about human rights and freedom of speech, and has made it difficult for the Chinese government to engage in meaningful dialogue with Taiwan. In Taiwan, there is a growing sense of identity and nationalism, particularly among younger generations who have grown up in a democratic society. Many Taiwanese see themselves as distinct from mainland China, and they are reluctant to give up their freedoms and autonomy to become part of a country they do not identify with. China has become increasingly assertive in the South China Sea, where it has territorial disputes with several other countries, including Vietnam, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Taiwan, which also claims a portion of the South China Sea, has been drawn into these disputes, which have raised tensions and increased the risk of conflict. In addition, the United States has been taking a more active role in the region, which has further complicated the situation. The U.S. has increased its military presence in the region, and it has been conducting joint military exercises with Taiwan and other countries in the region. This has drawn the ire of China, which sees the U.S. as meddling in its affairs and undermining its sovereignty. The potential impacts of this conflict on regional and global stability, economic development, human rights, and escalation to neighboring countries. Regional stability. One of the most immediate concerns surrounding the conflict between China and Taiwan is the potential for military escalation. Both sides have invested heavily in their military capabilities, and any clash between the two could have serious consequences for the region as a whole. This could lead to a destabilization of the region, as neighboring countries are drawn into the conflict or forced to take sides. In addition, the conflict could exacerbate existing tensions in the region, such as territorial disputes in the South China Sea. This could increase the risk of conflict between China and other countries in the region, such as Vietnam, the Philippines, and Japan, which could further destabilize the region and threaten global peace and security. Economic development. China has experienced rapid economic growth over the past few decades and is now the world's second-largest economy. It has become a global manufacturing hub and has a significant presence in international trade. In contrast, Taiwan has a smaller economy, but it is highly developed and has a strong focus on technology and innovation. Taiwan is home to several large technology companies, such as Foxconn and TSMC, and is a major player in the global semiconductor industry. The conflict could lead to a disruption of trade and investment in the region, chip shortage which could have serious consequences for global economic stability. Human rights. Taiwan is a vibrant democracy with a strong commitment to human rights and freedom of expression. In contrast, China's human rights record has come under increasing scrutiny in recent years, with concerns raised about issues such as censorship, freedom of speech, and the treatment of minority groups like the alleged crimes against humanity and possibly genocide against the Uyghur population and other mostly Muslim ethnic groups in the northwestern region of Xinjiang province. United States. The United States has long been a key player in the Taiwan Strait, and has been a strong supporter of Taiwan's democracy and sovereignty. In the event of a conflict between China and Taiwan, the U.S. is likely to take a number of steps to support Taiwan and prevent the conflict from escalating. One potential response from the U.S. could be to increase military support for Taiwan. The U.S. has sold arms to Taiwan for decades, and could potentially increase the amount and type of weapons sold in order to help Taiwan defend itself against China's military. The U.S. could also increase its military presence in the region, conducting military exercises and deploying more troops and equipment to the area. The U.S. could also work with international organizations such as the United Nations to increase pressure on China to refrain from using military force against Taiwan. Japan and South Korea. Japan and South Korea are another key players in the region, and have significant economic and security interests in the Taiwan Strait. In the event of a conflict, Japan and South Korea are likely to take steps to protect their interests and promote stability in the region. One potential response from Japan could be to increase its military presence in the region. Japan has a significant navy and air force, and could potentially deploy more ships, planes, and troops to the area to help maintain stability and prevent the conflict from escalating. The rising tension between China and Taiwan is a complex and multifaceted issue with significant implications for regional and global stability, economic development, and human rights. It is important for all parties involved to continue engaging in dialogue and pursuing peaceful solutions to the conflict. The involvement of other countries, such as the United States and Japan, could also play a positive role in promoting stability and preventing the conflict from escalating. Ultimately, resolving the conflict will require a commitment to diplomacy, compromise, and respect for human rights and democratic values. It is only through these efforts that we can hope to build a more stable and peaceful world for all. That's all for today's video on the history and rising tensions between China and Taiwan. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this information useful. Be sure to like and subscribe to Current Events channel for more informative content on world current events.